Hello and welcome back to another Let's Talk Drama School video. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Sophie. I have just graduated from the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama on the MA Music Theatre course. So I thought I would make a series of videos all about drama school and things that I had wished I knew before. So if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button and stick around for lots more drama school videos and also weekly vlogs about my life as an actor. So this week I thought I would make my only ever requested video on how to budget for drama school. This is quite a hard topic, and so I've kind of been putting it off for a while and leaving it towards the end of this drama school series, because talking about financing and money is very individual, and obviously everyone is in a different situation and a different position. So I don't want to come across as this is the only way and my way is like the right way, because I appreciate that I'm in a different situation to like other people who will be also at drama school. So these are just sort of an overview of how you can afford it, and then some little tips that I found helpful over the past year, and some things that really helped me save for drama school and afford drama school. My first tip, if you are off to drama school next term, is to make yourself a budget spreadsheet. If you see on my spreadsheet, I've got everything I think I'm gonna spend money on, and then also like income over here. So I've also put my outgoings into weekly, monthly and termly and annually, so that I had a real insight into like how much I would have sort of per each section. I'd put how much weekly I wanted to spend on my food. I also put in my fees, which we will go on to talk about in a minute. Then there were things that I know I needed to budget for that were quite unusual if like for any normal budget. So I knew I needed my spotlight fee, my equity fee and money for my headshots. So I made sure I put them in my spreadsheet so that I could like look for the whole year ahead how much I'm gonna need and not be like stung by unexpected expenses. And then I budgeted for black clothes and dancewear. So if you are going to a drama school course, on the whole they will require you to wear black clothing that is like leggings, trackies, just things that you can get really mucky and sweaty and like not worry about ruining. So for that I would advise going to Primark, and I think I spent £50 on all my black clothes for the year. Moving on to student loans. If you are an undergrad student, you can get a loan from the government that will pay all your fees and give you a maintenance loan. Some drama schools are private, however, and don't like work with a student loan. They charge a different fee amount. Mostly it's higher, a lot higher than an undergrad. However, a lot of drama schools at the moment are linked with universities. So for example, GSA is linked with the University of Surrey, and Central is the University of London, and there's a few others, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. So you can get a student loan and a maintenance loan for those, which means your fees are all covered, you don't have to worry about them, and your maintenance loan can cover like your rent, your living, everything like that. For a master's, however, it is slightly different. Your fees are gonna be almost double what your master's at a university would be. We're talking about 15 grand. The only student loan you can get for a master's at drama school or at a university, I think, is the postgraduate master's loan, which works alongside your undergrad student loan, but you can only take out £10.6 thousand. So if you're at a university, that will cover your fees and give you a bit left over. However, at drama school, that doesn't cover your fees. And with the postgraduate master's loan, what you do is you'll pay it back the same terms. This is all information as of like August 2019, by the way. But with your master's loan, you will pay it off alongside your undergrad student loan with the same terms. So you have to earn over a certain amount. They give you until April the following year before you start paying it off. And yeah, you won't pay it as one lump. You'll have two separate loans that you pay off together, but the terms are all the same as your undergrad. There are also scholarships available at every drama school. This will range how many they have per course, per sort of graduate level, but they are able to help with your fees. They'll normally take money off, or there'll be a maintenance loan. There are ones for international students if you are coming from overseas. There are lots of different scholarships available, so go and have a look on your drama school website or the school that you're hoping to go to, and have a look at what you can get to help pay your drama school living. Now we're going to go a little bit into what I did to afford my year at drama school. So what I did was I got the postgraduate loan, which covered my rent for the whole year and gave me a couple of £100 spending for like groceries and like living things and like social life. It wasn't enough to live off of. I also got a Saturday job. Now I worked at a local theatre school teaching their mini stages. Every week during the term time I would work at that theatre school. It only took up my Saturday morning, so I'd have the rest of the weekend to like practice or have a social life and just get any like life admin that I needed to do out the way. I would advise looking around. Like some weekends you will have rehearsals, but most of the time you will be able to work on a Saturday morning, afternoon, or a Sunday. I know people that worked all day on Saturday, and I know people that didn't work at all throughout their time at drama school. So it's definitely something to consider. I couldn't have made it through the year without my Saturday job, but that was just the position that I was in. I had a think while I was planning for this video about what I spent the most money on whilst I was living in London and attending drama school. I can hands down easily say that I spent the most money on theatre tickets. When you're so close to the centre of London and you've got all the West End theatres, all the fringe theatres at your door, you will go and see a lot of things. Also, while you're training, it's really important to keep up to date with what's on, what's in what theatre, who's directing what, who's producing what. Like, I have no regret about how much I spent on any of my theatre tickets. Actually, that's a lie. I spent full price on the National Theatre Follies when I could have got an entry pass ticket because they release more, but pass Sophie. My general shopping habits like dramatically decreased because I knew I didn't have as much of an expendable income and there were things that I would rather spend my small amount of money on. I wouldn't shop for clothes much. This was also because you're wearing blacks like Monday to Friday all day. You just don't need as many clothes, and I think I knew I wouldn't be wearing as many. Like, I've only got 2 days a week to wear what I want, so I don't need to keep like refreshing my wardrobe. And also makeup is really expensive, and when you're not allowed to wear makeup Monday to Friday, it lasts so much longer that I just wasn't spending the money on clothes and makeup. So I kind of saved on that and then spent on theatre tickets. Something else I would recommend whilst you are training at drama school is to make a weekly grocery list. I am terrible at going into a shop without knowing what I'm going to buy, buying random things that don't fully like work together and make a meal, or snacks that I don't need and then sit at the back of my cupboard forever and eventually just go to waste. So this year I was really strict with myself about making a list of everything I needed to make 7 dinners, 7 lunches and breakfasts a week. And I would go into my local Aldi and just buy those things. I have like such strict blinkers on to not look at things I didn't want. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I really want biscuits. No, if it wasn't on my list, I didn't get it. And I ended up doing my grocery shop in £15 a week, which is mental. Like, that's really cheap. So that's my next tip. If you have the opportunity to go to a Lidl or an Aldi, just go there. You don't need to go to like Sainsbury's, Tesco's, even though these are cheaper supermarkets. The weeks I went and shopped at my local Sainsbury's, I spent like 25 to 30 pounds, so almost double what I would spend at Aldi. Okay, so here are my last few money saving tips to help you afford drama school. Firstly, if you are training at a London institution, I would definitely recommend getting a student Oyster card. It's just like a normal Oyster card. It works exactly the same. However, it has your photo on it and an expiry date, because you can use that for discounted travel, especially if you have to travel every single day to school. You can buy a weekly travel card and I think it's like a third off. It costs £20 to get one of these. It's so worth it. But also recommend getting a Monzo bank account. Obviously you have to consider your situation because you are going to be opening an actual bank account. It's an app-based bank. This one here, it's amazing for budgeting. You can categorize everything. It shows you how much you spent on all different things like shopping, transport, eating out, entertainment, groceries, bills, expenses. It will show you your upcoming spends. So like I can see that I have £15 coming out at the end of the month for my phone bill. Another great thing about Monzo is it has something called it has something called pots. I have my rent put aside. I also have a pot that's called a coin jar, which is possibly my favorite feature about Monzo, and I know a few other banks do this, so check if yours does. Every time I spend money, it rounds up the remaining amount to the nearest pound and puts it in this pot. So over the last month, I have made £18. Like say I buy, I don't know, a train ticket that's £9.30, it's going to put 70p in my pot, and that keeps adding up, and then you can take from it whenever you want. And I know that certainly helped me out a few times at drama school when I was a bit short of cash and I thought, hang on, I've got £20 in my coin jar, let me use that for the rest of the month until my next income comes in. That is all my money saving tips on how to afford training at drama school. Please do let me know if you have any more questions. I'll try and answer them best I can. Either leave me a comment or drop me a message on my Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next week for another Let's Talk Drama School.